121 days till the man bans, and today we are talking about going solo, because I see the question, will I have a good time if I'm going solo, popping up on forums and places like that quite a lot. And it's kind of hard for people to answer that question because it really depends on what kind of person you are. Like if you're very extroverted and outgoing and you're just going to go out there and get stuck in, you're probably going to have a great time. If you are very introverted or shy, it's probably going to be a little bit harder for you. I do have a video of tips for shy people, so if you are shy, you'll probably want to check that one out as well. I will try and link it if I can figure out how. So let's chat about some things if you are going alone, how you can kind of make sure that you are going to have fun. So before Burning Man, there are a lot of events and meetups. There are regionals, like smaller versions of burns in places. Maybe there's projects, art projects, things like that going on in your area that you could get involved with. But I know that for some of you, there just won't be anything going on in your area that you could become a part of to kind of meet people before Burning Man. So you could just put some feelers out there, on ePlayer or Reddit or social media. Ask if anyone from your area is going, if they'd like to meet up, maybe go for a drink or lunch or something before Burning Man. And, you don't have to become like best buddies and camp together and stuff or even go together. But it can just be nice to know that there is at least one other person at Burning Man that you already know. Because you're going alone, you're going to have a lot more pick of where your camp location is because your camp is probably going to be quite small, so you'll fit into a lot of spots. And you're not going to be fighting with your campmates about where exactly the best spot to camp is. But before you set up camp anywhere, have a little chat with the neighbours, see if they're the friendly sort, see what kind of thing they're looking for. If you're very much a day person and you're wanting to, wake up and meditate and do yoga and have your adventures in the daytime, you probably don't want to be camped next to a group that are planning to party all night. Because even though that sounds great and they'll be out of camp all night, so I'll be able to sleep. They may not be out of camp all night. They may be doing a percentage of their partying in their camps when you are trying to sleep. Also, you will probably be spending a percentage of time at camp, so you're going to want nice neighbours. Maybe you can have a coffee with them or a chat with them or tag along on some adventures with them. So choose your camp location wisely. Try and have an area outside of your tent, like a little sitting, hangout zone. Because if you spend the whole time in your tent, you're really not going to meet people. And so when you are hanging out at your camp, you're going to want somewhere outside to sit so that you can still kind of chat to people and say hi to passers-by and stuff. Just watch the world, see what's going on out there. Because you're alone, you are going to have to take care of yourself, which sounds really obvious. But when you're with friends, you all kind of take care of each other. Like your friend might notice that you are really dehydrated and you need some water. Or that you have drunk too much and you should definitely not drink anymore. Or you're going to start making some poor decisions. So you don't have anyone to do that for you, and you don't have anyone that knows you well enough to recognize signs of something being wrong. So you're going to have to make sure that you are taking good care of yourself, that you are drinking lots of water, that you're applying lots of sun cream, that you are eating food, because your appetite really decreases out there, but you do still need to eat to stay alive. So keep an eye on yourself, keep an eye on your mood, listen to your body. If you feel like you need food, have food. If you feel like you need a nap, have a nap. If you're only going alone because you just don't have anyone in the real world that wants to go, or maybe they couldn't get tickets or something, but you really don't want to camp alone, you could join a theme camp or a village. And then, you're going to be camping with a bunch of strangers, but very friendly strangers. With both theme camps and villages, they often require you to pitch in some way, to help out around camp. Maybe you'll have specific duties that you need to do. So make sure you find those out before you join up with anything. And with theme camps, pay attention to what kind of theme camp it actually is and how big or how popular it is. Because with theme camps, there's going to be all kinds of burners coming in and out to enjoy the theme camp. And for some of you, that will be great because that's a steady stream of people for you to meet and to chat to. But if you're a bit more introverted or shy, then it could be a nightmare to just have strangers wandering around your camp all the time. But, even with theme camps, the area where you all sleep, where your tents are, it's not directly in the theme camp where everyone's wandering around. It's usually a sectioned off area. So you can go and hide in there if it gets too much. But if you feel like that's what you want to do, do some research into theme camps and villages and see whether it's a good fit for you. I know that for some people in the real world, it seems strange to go and do things on your own. Like the classic, would you go to the cinema on your own? Like, of course. But at Burning Man, it is not weird to do things alone. You will see plenty of people just roaming around alone, getting involved in workshops, going and enjoying theme camps, just doing things alone. So don't let the fact that you're alone stop you from going and doing things. Like, get out there, go and have fun, go and do whatever it is that you want to do, and you're probably going to meet people along the way. If you are trying to meet people, things like workshops are a great way to do that because you all have something in common. You've all just done that workshop together, After a yoga class, you can be like, wow, have you been doing yoga long? What did you think of the class? Or wow, that class was amazing, my body hurts. Look out for the workshops where you make things as well because they're, I like to think of them as like a sewing circle because you all end up kind of sitting around and just like chatting to each other while you're making something. So that's a great place if you want to meet people and chat to people as well. Decide what it is exactly you want from the experience. Do you want to meet people? Do you feel like you're going to have a better time at Burning Man if you can find a group of people to hang out with? Or if you're, going on adventures with tons of different people, like complete strangers? Or whether you're just there to experience it, you want to participate, you want to do everything, and you're not too bothered if you're doing it with people or without people. And if you are someone that's like, no, I really want to meet people and have people to do things with, then try not to let it become something stressful. Don't be like, I have to meet people, I'm going to find people, I'm going to go to the camps. If that is you, check out the Shy Tips because lots of tips on places to go and what to do to meet people. But yeah, don't let it become like this stressful thing where it's like a mission. You have to find people, you have to meet people, or you can't go and experience any of the things that you want to experience. Go and do those things because there's probably going to be people doing that thing as well, and you're going to be able to chat to them. So just get out there, start having fun, start meeting people, start experiencing things. Just go with it and have fun and see where the day takes you. Because if you become really focused on the idea of like meeting people and having people to do things with, you're going to be so focused on that, you're probably missing a ton of other amazing experiences that you could be having where maybe you would have met someone if you'd just gone and done that thing alone. So to go back to the original question, will you have fun? I think for most people, you will still have a great time, so long as you are willing to get out there and participate. So I hope this was helpful, guys, and if any of you have any tips or suggestions for making sure that you have a good time at Burning Man if you're going solo, or if any of you have any experience of doing it and what it was like for you, then let us know in the comments below. And as always, if you see me at Burning Man this year, feel free to come and say hi. Bye, guys.